the quiet isolation. It's a place where people go to relax. That weekend, Jennifer's family had gathered for a fishing trip, and Cullen, ever the outdoorsman, had brought along his brand new pontoon boat. It was one last hurrah before heading back to normal life, but Cullen wasn't quite ready to leave. On the final evening of the trip, as the sun faded behind the trees, he told Jennifer, "I'm going out for one last ride. 30 to 45 minutes. I'll call when I'm ready." He zipped up his jacket, strapped on his waders, grabbed his fishing gear, and walked down the path toward the water. It was the last time anyone would see him alive. A call from the darkness. At 9:27 p.m., Jennifer's phone rang. It was Cullen, but his voice wasn't right. There was panic in his breathing. Something was wrong, very wrong. "They're following me," he gasped. Jennifer stiffened. "Who?" she asked, her heart pounding. "I don't know," Cullen whispered. "Two guys. In the trees." The trees. Jennifer's pulse raced. "Where are you?" she asked. "Are you still in the boat?" Cullen ignored the question. "I'm gonna beach it," he said, voice hushed, shaky. Then, even more chilling, "I'm taking my clothes off." Click. The line went dead. A frantic search, Jennifer called back immediately. No answer. She called again. Nothing. She knew without a doubt. Something was terribly, horribly wrong. She grabbed her phone and dialed 911. "My husband, he's out on the river." "He called me. He said someone's following him. He sounded scared. He just hung up. Please send someone." At the same time, her brother Matt tried calling Cullen, and to everyone's shock, Cullen answered, but what he said only deepened the nightmare. "I don't know where I am," he whispered. Matt gripped the phone. "Cullen, are you still on the boat?" Silence. Then, Cullen breathed out, almost as if he were in pain. "It's getting rough out here." Click. The call dropped, and Cullen Finnerty vanished. Something was watching him. Police traced Cullen's phone. The results made no sense. His last 4 pings were miles apart, darting through the wilderness at a speed far beyond normal walking pace. More disturbing? Each location was near a road, a clear escape route, but Cullen never stopped. He kept moving deeper into the trees. And then, a new call came in. A nearby resident had heard something disturbing. Screams, terrified, human screams, coming from the exact area where Cullen's boat was found. By the time police arrived, there was nothing but silence. The body in the woods. For 2 days, search teams scoured the forest. Then, on May 28th, they found him, face down in the dirt, less than half a mile from a road. His right arm was tucked beneath him. His left arm stretched above his head, clutching at the grass, as if he had crawled there, or been dragged. His clothes were on, but his waders' straps were twisted, as if they had been removed and put back on. By him, or by someone else. There was no sign of struggle, no major injuries, only a trickle of blood from his nose. His phone was still in his pocket. The impossible questions. The autopsy ruled his cause of death as pneumonia from inhaling his own vomit. But why? Cullen Finnerty, a warrior, an athlete, a man built for survival, was found alone in the woods with no explanation for why he had died in terror. Some believe he suffered a psychotic break, possibly from football-related brain injuries. But if that were true, why did he leave his boat? Why did he keep moving when he was near roads? Who or what was following him? What were the screams? Why did he say he was taking his clothes off? And why did he die running? What was he running from? No one will ever know what happened to Cullen Finnerty that night. Only one thing is certain. He was terrified, and he was not alone.